friend, you ain't never had a friend, never had a friend, you ain't never had a friend.
Ever seen it's 12 seconds of my life and yours we won't get back, but hey, Aladdin was a great movie. But let's get down to what we're actually going to be talking about, not Mr. Volkmann's singing skills, or maybe lack thereof, depending on the opinion of the viewers of this flip video. We're talking about in this flip video the Constitution and its preamble. This is for lesson 9.2. I want you to take a moment, I want you to pause the video, and it's really important that you go ahead and read the preamble that's right here. This whole video is going to be looking at each section of the preamble. So take a moment, pause the video, and please read through this. I want to talk about here, before we get into the preamble, about the flexibility of the Constitution. The framers made the Constitution to be flexible, yet to also be very strong. So it could be tweaked a little bit, but to never break. And this would allow certain aspects of the Constitution to change with the times. A great example of this is the fact that slavery was made illegal and it was put into the Constitution, but that happened after the Constitution was already cemented and signed. This would not have been able to occur if the Constitution wasn't flexible a little bit. The Constitution was also created in a flexible manner to allow it to stay relevant to the people that were living or that are living at the time. In a lot of ways, as the comic shows, government wants to say one thing, but the people aren't interested in it. The Constitution, with its flexibility and strength, allows it to stay relevant. So what the government says makes us interested. Finally, the preamble, or the first part of the Constitution, it lists the goals of the Constitution itself so that we know exactly what the Constitution is going to do for us. It's like a really good introduction to an essay. So let's dive in and start looking at the different parts of the preamble. It starts with these words: we the people. What exactly does that mean? And what does that tell us? That tells us that it is the citizens, it is the people that are independent of the government, and that they have the final and supreme power. Not the government, it's the people. We are the democracy, and without the citizens, there is no United States of America. Before the Constitution was formed, it was thought that it was the government of the states, the individual states themselves, that made up our country. It was thought that they had the supreme power. That was through the Articles of Confederation. But this was wrong. It is each individual citizen that allows the government to have the power. Without us, the government has no power at all. The next part of the Constitution talks about there being a perfect union. Now again, before the Constitution, with the Articles of Confederation, states had more power than the federal government. And as a result, the federal government wasn't able to make laws that made everyone happy. The result was that things were not fair. Different states made different laws that resulted in people saying, "That's not fair." For example, there were tariffs on different states sending items into other states. The currency was different as well. However, the Constitution gives the federal government power to govern the states. Kind of like how a parent is able to deal with multiple kids. The kids don't have the power, it's the parent. And through the parent, the kids are able to coexist together because there is a final authority that says, no, you can't do that. Or, let's do this to make everyone happy. Preamble, it talks about establishing justice. Now, citizens wanted laws, not men or soldiers to rule them. Because men are fickle and change their mind. And soldiers, well, soldiers can get so focused that they tend not to handle things with soft gloves. They can be harsh and kind of unloving. But laws are tried and true. They never change. People wanted fair and the same laws for everyone. And the Constitution forces the government to follow certain procedures when they're depriving life, liberty, or property from people. They have to have a good reason. Part of the preamble discusses how the Constitution was put in place to secure the blessings of liberty or the blessings of freedom. You see, it's the government's job to protect the Americans, the people's freedom that they won through the Revolutionary War. But it wasn't just set up for the people who immediately came after the revolution. It was to secure the freedoms of every American that would ever live. The Constitution was founded to protect individual freedom. It wasn't made to force this duty on the states that said, you have to follow it. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was to protect our freedoms because that's what we wanted. This is opposite of many places. Many places are like, you must follow us. But it's not like that. We're not being forced to. The Constitution is a protector to protect the citizens, not force them to follow it. The preamble talk about how that the Constitution would give domestic tranquility. Now, Shays' Rebellion had shaken the country to its core, and this was right prior to the Constitutional Convention. And the makers of the Constitution wanted to avoid this from ever happening again. So they wrote that it would be the government's job to keep the peace and to keep order so that there would be no disturbances to this tranquility, this sense of peace that they wanted the citizens of our country to feel. The next part of the preamble goes over that there should be a common defense and general welfare that is given through the Constitution. You see, no one state could fend off potential enemies of America, such as England, Spain, or the natives back then. It would take the federal government to do this. It would take this group that would unify all the states together so they could work together, because by themselves the states weren't powerful enough. Now, if the people had tranquility, this peace of mind, if they had justice, if they had defense taken care of, the framers hoped that people would then have general welfare. And that through that, Americans could reap the benefit of living in our country, and they could pursue whatever goal they wanted without fear for themselves, because the Constitution was allowing these items right here to be taken care of. Part of the preamble starts with ordain and establish this Constitution. This is important because it's an ending, making the document official. The word ordain means to decree something officially. So if you ordain something, that's what you're doing. You're decreeing that something is finally official. It also shows that the founders were replacing something, and that would be the failed Articles of Confederation, with their hope that this new Constitution would allow the country to become what they wanted it and what they hoped and believed it would become. Well, thank you for watching this flip video. On Edmodo are the homework questions that I would like you to answer. Thank you.